Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. I'm Kalikaiz. Today I'm going to be playing Poison Storm. This deck is really fun and we're going to be trying out some new tech. If you're not familiar with Poison Storm, it says, well, it's an all spells based way to infect your opponent for lethal. We're using Prologue to Phyresis and Infectious Inquiry to deal our opponent a poison. And then we have a bunch of proliferate. We have 16 proliferates, Thirsting Roots, Experimental Augury, Contentious Plan, and Vivisearch's Insight, which draws 3 cards. Our deck here, we're taking out the Lotus Petals. We're going to be playing Thirsting Roots as a proliferator as well as a way to get a land. And because of that, playing some basics with a forest and a swamp, 3 islands. We have all the Depletion Lands as 4 ofs. The great part about this deck is that the Depletion Lands are going to continue to get counters on them and they never go away, basically giving you Tron mana. And then in order to have even more mana, I have Pentad Prism as a 4 of and Everflowing Chalice as a 3 of. Our interaction in the main deck is snaps for creatures. It also helps with our lands that tap for more than 1. Weather the Storms to buy time. And then the change to the deck. We're playing 4 Abandoned Attachments and 2 Deep Analysis. No Lorien revealed here. That's because just the 3 Deep Analysis alone is the same card draw amount as the Lorien revealeds. And the Abandoned Attachments synergize with that and also can pitch lands later, take us through our deck more effectively. In the sideboard, I have decided to play 4 Bring the Endings our counterspells, Hydroblast for burn decks, Moment's Peace for aggro decks, and Serrated Arrows. I think Serrated Arrows is an insane card in this deck because you can proliferate the negative counters, so it can be our removal spell of choice. Will it be strong? I don't know. I just feel like in my vibes, I feel like it's good. So I will see you in the matches.
Thanks for watching. Did you know you could get sideboard guides on patreon.com/Kalikaiz? And did I mention you can get early access to videos on the YouTube page in the membership section? And if you like these videos, make sure to like and subscribe.
Game 1 versus Umki. We can't keep this hand because it only has 1 land. Mulligan. This is keepable. Bit sketchy, but keepable. I guess we just put back the Infectious Inquiry. I don't know. They know me. I don't know them. I'll keep and get rid of Infectious Inquiry. Mountain is bad. They're on Madness Burn. Every single time I pair into anyone right now, it's Madness Burn. I'll play out the Saprazzan Skerry. Any land that is not blue would allow me to go Pentad, which could be good. Depletion Land, I would probably just play the Contentious plan. Okay, we're going to Experimental Augury looking for a land. Wow. Take the Augury. And I'll pass the turn. That is bad. They play a mountain. Grab the prize, discarding Fiery Temper. I think I am super dead. This is their turn 3. So they were on the play. Oh man. We have a Peat Bog. I'm going to play Experimental Augury and see if I can find Snap or something. I'll take the Everflowing Chalice and pass. This next turn I get to go Pentad, plan. So if I live and I draw Weather Storm, all those are hard things to have happen here, that I might be okay. They discarded a Snacker to a Blood, and then they played an Epicure, so now their Blood can discard something else, and they will return Sneaky Snacker. They discarded Mountain, returning Sneaky Snacker will put me to 10. Okay. Find Abandoned Attachments. Let's go Prism into a Prism. If I get an untapped land, I could maybe like play out my Chalice. We will power up the... so this is basically just mana neutral. I did find an untapped land, but let's play the Chalice. And then I can go blue, play the Contentious plan, hoping to hit the Weather Storm, I guess. And we hit. That's absurd. What a lucky draw. That was very, very, very lucky. We still have to live through this Weather Storm going on the stack. We did. Phew. They cast a Highway Robbery. So we have 5 mana for the Vivisearch's Insight. Draw 3, and then we've used 1, 2, 3, 4. Must be 5. We'll have 7. Okay. They play a Flame Breather. I kind of forgot what was happening. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cast Vivisearch's Insight. We found another Prism. That's crazy. We might just storm off here. Play the Pentad Prism. Green. I think I have to cast the Proliferate. Or I could cast Proliferate. And now I will Prologue. Wait, no. I have a 1 mana proliferation with the Thirsting Roots, so we should Prologue first, draw a card, make green, cast Proliferate, My chalice is getting huge. Storm is 5. Okay. And then I will cast Experimental Augury. Maybe we're doing it. I think it's either the abandoned attachments or the land. 5, 6, 7. It's probably just the abandoned attachments. We're going to draw more lands. Put them to 3. I have a lot of mana, but I don't want to use all of my prisms. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to tap this anyway. So blue, blue, cast Vivisearch Insight. We should have 4. All right. We have a snap. Make blue. Snap the Flame Breather. They can bolt it, I guess. We untap. We'll tap them. I'll cast the abandoned attachments and then discard the Peat Bog. We found a Weather Storm. That's so sick. Yes. Okay. Storm is 10. I'm loving this already. I love it. Oh, wow. I'll cast abandoned attachments, I think, and discard this land. Filtering. Oh my goodness. Blue. This is just happening. Vivisearch Insight. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Storm's 12. Drawn a lot of cards. Let's actually continue storming off. Experimental Augury. I guess you have to take the snap. Do I want to snap? Storm is 13. If I snap their card, they can just Lava Dart it. Let's just play the Skerry and then gain 14 times 3 life. That was pretty good. That's a lot of Weather the Storms. I love when this works out. It's turn 5. I am at 66 life versus burn. We're not out of the woods, and that's crazy to say. They played a Keswick Flame Breather and now a Highway Robbery. I'll go to 65. They have 4 power. They discard a Fiery Temper. I wonder what I'm even bringing in. I wish I had 4 of the Hydroblast, but I don't. They get in, and they concede. Well, thank you. We are drawing blanks, but that was awesome. Okay, Hydroblast. Definitely Hydroblast. So we can afford to cut the snaps and the prologue. Do I want the Serrated Arrows for their pingers, or do I want the Bring the Endings to try to counterspell what they're doing? I think I want the Serrated Arrows. And I'm cutting down to just the 4 Infectious Inquiries. Who knows if this will work, but it's a plan. Serrated Arrows is just another thing that they can smash the smithereens, but if I can kill their Gutter Snipe, well, like not let them have a giant board. Let's see. We have all non-blue mana. I think I should mulligan. That is a bummer. Our opponent keeps 7. That's an even worse hand. Mulligan. Okay, this hand does things. Keep. We will get rid of Thirsting Roots and Scary. They play Mountain and an Epicure. I'll play Island. Pass. Mostly because I want to Hydroblast the turn to grab the prize. There's a Keswick Flame Breather. Also, I could counterspell. Doink. Play the Woodlot. Since I drew the Weather Storm. Opponent plays a Mountain. They discard a Sneaky Snacker. They're getting in for 1. We have another abandoned attachments. I'll play a Scary. They play another land. They're probably sitting on Pyroblasts. I don't like that very much. We have a Vivisearch Insight. If I can resolve that, it'll be great. They get in for 1. Plays out a Gutter Snipe. Okay. I'll cast an abandoned attachments. Discard the other one. Okay. This is so bad. Play a land. I'll play an abandoned attachments. Discarding Deep Analysis. I'm so dead here. If they have a Pyroblast, I'm just toast. I have to pass and then hope that they like tap out into me going Augury into Weather. They get in for 3. Lightning Bolt. I'll attempt an Experimental Augury. More Weather Storms. I guess I take the Weather Storm then. Then we will try Contentious plan. Okay. Play a land. I mean, I have double weather. It's not very good at the moment, though, because they're already on the table. Every spell is going to be lethal from here. They play a land. They have 3 cards in hand. Gets in for 3. I'm at 4. I will choose to Deep Analysis myself. They respond with a Pyroblast. Okay. Suck. But Deep Analysis is solid versus Pyroblast. I'll cast the Thirsting Roots. Search your library for a land. Grabbing an island. Play the island. I'll cast a Weather Storm. And they have to have 1 non-instant in their hand so that I can weather over whatever they're doing. Weather on the stack. Pays 2 mana. Cast into the fire targeting their own creature. I'll Weather Storm again. And then just have Fire Blast. This has been not great. Why did you bring in Cast into the Fires? Like, Those are not good, but it's okay. Obviously, the Cast in the Fire worked. So serrated arrows we'll get rid of. We'll bring in the snaps. I just didn't have any mana. My mana was so bad. I mulliganed way too down. We'll try again. I will keep. I knew that they had the all those things going on. The Pyroblasts. Just couldn't do anything about it. Start off with a Saprazzan Skerry. They play a mountain and an Epicure. I'll turn to a Depletion Land and pass. And then maybe they play something on turn 2 again, and I just slam a Vivisurgeon's Insight on turn 3. They play a Kessig. I'm going to allow that, because I need some mana. Land. We will draw 3 cards. Add. Done. I will discard a Deep Analysis. They play a Flame Breather. Gets in for 2. I'll start by casting an Experimental Augury, floating a blue. I'll take the Saprazzan Skerry, power up my lands, play the Skerry, make green, Hydroblast targeting your Kessig, and then cast Weather Storm. I'm at 25. We still have to find a way to poison them, though. They have a Grab the Prize, discarding a Highway Robbery. They could have just plotted the robbery there. Plays a Mountain, and they get in for 2. I'll start by targeting myself with the Deep Analysis. They have a response. They Pyroblast. I'll cast Abandoned Attachments in response. I will discard the Woodlot. Okay. Pyroblast resolves. Play land. I will Contentious plan. Power up my lands. Floating green. Cast a Weather Storm. And pass. My opponent plays out a Gutter Snipe. We can go Infectious Inquiry. I'm at 27 now. I have a Hydroblast. Okay. Play Chalice for 1 mana. Play another Chalice. Cast a Proliferate. Poison you. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And then Hydro your Gutter Snipe. And I'll pass a turn. So on my next turn, I have a draw 4 plus Weather the Storm. They might kill my Chalice. They cast a Highway Robbery, discarding Sneaky Snacker and returning it. 2 mana available. They play a Voldaren Epicure and get in for 2. We draw a Pentad. I'll make 6 mana and Deep Analysis, target myself. Loading blue X. They can Pyro now, but then I get to flash it back. Deep Analysis again. Okay. Go Pentad. Play a land. Make mana. Pentad again. Storm is 4, and then I will go green for a Weather Storm. Maybe they shoot me with a bolt here just to get, damage under weather, and then I can Augury. That would be really, really strong. Don't really want to just slam the Augury into the open Pyro, though. Okay, they're going to Blood Token, Loot, or Rummage. I will go ahead and Experimental Augury, grab the Abandoned Attachments. Put you to 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Just targeting all my permanents. This is where you start flipping dice in Paper. Okay, my opponent discards the Blood Token, discarding Mountain. I'm at 35. They don't have a Gutter Snipe in play. They could be drawing more. Oh, Lavadar goes to the graveyard if I grab the prize. That's pretty strong. Casting the Fires, I think, are good to kill my Chalices and stuff, but I think that Smash the Smithereens is generally better against my deck. Though, Casting the Fire might be better in general against the metagame. We will start by going Infectious Inquiry. Another Inquiry. Let's cast a Proliferate. Put you to 5. Huge artifacts now. Cast another Infectious Inquiry. See if I can draw a Hydroblast. I drew a Hydroblast. Solid. I will cast the Abandoned Attachments. It's nice that, I'm giving myself some Rummage effects now. We draw an Insight. I will attempt to cast the Vivisurgeon's Insight. This is just going to steal the deal. Wow, it resolves. Crazy. Go to 7 poison. Now I can cast Experimental Augury, just powering up this Chalice over here. Take another Augury, and that's going to be GG, just because I have the Hydro in my hand. So Hydro, a little bit different than Dispel in that it's not good against the just blue control decks, but it's obviously very good against Pyroblast decks. We'll take the Thirsting Roots. Put you to 9. Okay. Made sure to power up all my things, and we'll go green, Proliferate. Boom. Come on. Okay, I targeted them. That's all I needed to target. Whew. One says GG's, Umki, and everybody else, we'll see you in round 2. We're here in round 2 versus Ixidor 29. I'm pretty nervous because they generally play land destruction, which would be extremely bad for me. We've opened up a 1-lander that we have to mulligan. We can keep this one, but it's not good. Get rid of the prologue. Our opponent is on Ice Tunnel. Play Hickory Woodlot. They're playing Dimir Terror. I think I will lose unless this Infectious Inquiry resolves. Spell Pierce would wreck my day. They didn't have it. Pass. Then Mental Note, milling a Gurmag. Plays a land. Yay, we found a land. That was lucky. Pass the turn. So I'm hoping that they will tap out at some point so I can go Pentad, Chalice, Contentious plan. If I draw blue mana at some point, the deep analysis will be quite good. They Thoughtscour themselves, milling Thoughtscour Brainstorm. So next turn is, they'd have to tap 3 for a terror right now. They might go for it. I would appreciate it. We'll lose a land, but we have to do it. Come on, just cast a terror. Nothing else. They play out a Sneaky Snacker. Okay. We still have room. Double Chalice. Play out the Pentad. Trying to play around Spell Pierce. Play a Chalice. Another Chalice. I feel like they do have Spell Pierce and I'm hosed. So they paused for a long time. I feel like they should have Spell Pierce that if they had the Spell Pierce. So I'm just going to run the Contentious plan. If they were just debating me here, then they were. I can't do anything about it. All right, that resolves. That is extremely good for me. Can I find a land off the top? I found a Snap. Not as good as a land. I have a very large amount of mana in play, but almost no blue mana. Opponent attacks for 2. Cycles of Fumes. And that's it. I will cast Thirsting Roots, searching my library for an island. Play the island. And then Deep Analysis targeting myself. And now I have to pass the turn. Best draw for me right now would be, I guess, another island. My opponent plays a Tellurian Terror. I can actually snap that, which is funny. Should I snap it? I don't think I need to right now. Let's cast the Abandoned Attachments. Discarding the Peat Bog. We'll play out the Woodlot and pass the turn. My opponent attacks for 7. So it's a 2-turn clock right now. They go to cleanup. We're going to attempt an Experimental Augury. Take another Experimental Augury. I'm looking for blue sources. But we get to proliferate, so that's great. I'll make blue. Floating a green. I'll try Experimental Augury off the black mana. I think I'm taking the Thirsting Roots here. Go to 4. And then I will make a blue. Contentious plan. That resolves. We get to draw a card. Another Thirsting Roots. Make a blue and Deep Analysis targeting myself. They counterspell. Okay. I will cast Proliferate. I think I can actually cast a Vivisearch's Insight here. 1, 2, 3. I think so. Cast a Proliferate again. That's wild. Go blue, blue, cast Vivisearch's Insight. So much mana in play. Hit you. Okay. Well, I can play the Woodlot and then make blue. Bounce your Tellurian Terror. They might have... I'm not going to do that. Let's just make green. Cast the Weather Storm. Storm is 9. Really lacking on blue sources, but what can you do? We're going to gain some life. We've used 1 counterspell. We'll just F6 through this. Just such a problem with the deck of just not having enough colored sources. Drawing the wrong lands. And that's why Lorien Revealed has been good in the past, because you could search up an island. Here, I wanted to search up an island with the Thirsting Roots, but I also really wanted to use it for proliferation and get them almost dead. Our opponent ponders. They get in for 7. I'll go to 24. They're representing Counterspell. I find an island. So let's make a bunch of blue mana. Go snap on your Snacker. Untap, untap. We will go snap on your Tellurian Terror. Untap the blue mana. We'll cast the Abandoned Attachments. Convert the Weather Storm. Looks like my opponent's F6'd. I'll cast Contentious Plan. We did 9. And a Contentious Plan again. Just like saving my big draw spell in case, but they didn't have anything. So we win game 1. Bonk. So I think we really like the Serrated Arrows. And we probably... Do we want to fight on the stack? I think the Serrated Arrows come in over the snaps. If we're fighting on the stack, we have to bring in the Chalice. I just realized, like, I have very few blue sources. That's not great. That's probably why I'm feeling the lack of it, because I have these basics. I was trying a list with Lotus Petals over... Maybe just no Chalice would be fine. You're playing the Skerries. So we only have 7 blue sources, 8, 9, 10, 11, really? 12, 13, 14, 15, I guess. If I'm just going for arrows, then do I cut the weathers? I'll try cutting the weathers for the Bring the Ending. We'll see if this will work. Serrated arrows is really good against terrors, if you can actually land it. Game 2, we're on the draw. We probably keep and then put the Saprazzan Skerry on the play, and then the Peat Bog, and then see what happens from there. We found a Prism. So if they tap out, we really would love to get the Prism down. Place an island. I will play a Peat Bog. Do I think it's important to rip off an Augury? I don't think so. I want to place the Pan in attachments. Sneaky Snacker comes back. I mean, that's amazing for me right now. I'll go Pentad Prism and play the Chalice. They could be playing foil, I guess? Seems unlikely. You can see that their clock, they're at 13 minutes. This player takes their time. The question here, should I play the Contentious plan? Probably should. Let's play out the Woodlot and then go Contentious plan, because this allows me to make a better informed decision for my experimental Auguries later. And the Auguries are instant, so I can use them on their opponent's end step and kind of force the action to make it so that they tap low, and then I can resolve something on my turn. Ooh, we found a Bring the Ending. Feel like we might be in amazing shape. On this upcoming turn, I'm just going to cast the Infectious Inquiry most likely. Then I Bring the Ending, but they could go Counterspell plus Dispel. But maybe not. I have double Infectious Inquiry. I'll play the Peat Bog. One in Brainstorms. 2, 3. We are at 18. I have no life gain in the deck now. They get in for 2. So let's try Experimental Augury here. I'm going to take this other Bring the Ending, even though this arrows looks really nice. And I'll just untap. Let's cast Infectious Inquiry, floating a green. I doubt my opponent has like an Envelop. They could though. They go Counterspell. I will respond. Counterspell. So this resolves. Then we'll just try to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play Contentious plan. Poison. Throw my artifacts. Another Pentad is insane. Okay, play the Pentad. And then we'll go blue, play Experimental Augury. Grab another Experimental Augury. Poison you. Okay. Blue. Cast an Experimental Augury. I'm not playing the land because I'd like to make a blue land drop. We'll grab the Vivid Surgeon's Insight. Poison you. Bwahahaha. We'll make blue. Cast Vivid Surgeon's Insight. Okay, they go to 5 poison. Blue. Play the Skerry. Play another Vivid Surgeon's Insight. Are they going to die here? I don't know. Let's cast the Thirsting Roots. Proliferate. They go to 7. I have 8, 9 in hand. Experimental Augury. I'm finding abandoned attachments. Go to 8. Alright, I'm just going to cast the abandoned attachments. Discard a land. Wow. I can't believe it. Cast Thirsting Roots. So if they don't have a response here, we just have the win. Put you to 9. And then I have a protected win with Infectious Inquiry here. 2 free. Wow. We'll see. We are 2-0. We won that match 2-0, which was crazy. And we are off to round 3. We're here in round 3 on the play. I forgot to mention that this deck list idea was from Bimbira on Discord. So thank you for the idea. It's pretty sweet. This hand is so close, but we have no blue, only green, no proliferates. Although this could be a proliferate. I think I just mulligan. Oh, this is much better. Let's keep. We'll just get rid of the Thirsting Roots. And we'll play the Saprazzan Skerry. We've been, we have the Storm Discord, which is linked in my link tree, which you can find in the description below. And, sometimes it's good to have a community working on things because people have ideas that you didn't think of. Opponent plays a snow-covered island. Don't know what that means specifically. I'll play an island. I'm going to yield until the next end step because they're likely to do something on my end step, and I can Augury, trying to find a land or a chalice or something like that. Brainstorm. We'll let them resolve the brainstorm so that they have no information, although they know I'm on Poison Storm because of the Saprazzan Skerry and the island. Like, they know. No secrets. They don't know everything, but there's no secrets. Let's Experimental Augury. I will take the Vivid Surgeon's Insight. Add a counter to my land. It obviously would have been good to find another land, but more card draw is also good. They play an island. I'll play an island. The abandoned attachments looks kind of medium right here Because what am I really discarding? They cycle a Lorien Revealed. I assume they're just getting a regular island. Could be a Contaminant Aquifer, Volatile Fjord. What we're playing against is its Skred. They could have Dispels and Spell Pierces. I'll rattle off this Experimental Augury here, making them use their 1 mana play. I can play through the Spell Pierce. I'll take the Hickory Woodlot, and I'll power up my land. They play the Volatile Fjord that they searched up, and I get to play my Woodlot. I think I'll end step an Experimental Augury. What are we looking for? We're looking for poison, mostly. Dreams of Laguna. Yeah, I knew that this was a thing that they could do. Let's let them surveil. I'll play Experimental Augury. If I find Deep Analysis, I can abandon attachments, discard Deep Analysis. Take the Peat Bog, power up my lands, and pass the turn. This is a time when they could go for a terror, but then I will just go land Vivisurgeon. Like 1 terror is not that much damage. I'll play a Peat Bog. I actually think I could abandon attachments, discarding the Snap on their end step. Like, the Snap is not that useful. They might flashback the Dreams of Laguna right now because it costs 4 mana. More instant speed things to do is always good. We cycle a Lorien. Another Dreams of Laguna. Let's let them surveil. And then after that, I'll cast the abandon attachments, discarding the Snap. This one is from Final Fantasy. Yeah. Abandon attachments on the stack. Discarding Snap. Okay, we found Infectious Inquiry and a Chalice. We can go Chalice into Contentious Plan. They probably have a counterspell for the Infectious Inquiry. I also have Prologue. I'm going to hard cast the Chalice. Then I'm passing. They just play a land. Terror costs 2 right now. Looks like, yep, Commodore on the table. They become the Monarch. I will jam a Prologue to Phyresis. They're going to use a counterspell. Okay. So now we get to be off to the races. They're tapped out. They get to draw out the Monarch. I mean, this thing is a lot of power. Start with Infectious Inquiry. Pentad would be great. We found a Snap. Okay, let's go Contentious Plan. I don't know if snapping their Monarch is that good or not, because it's good. It gets it off the table. Let's play another Chalice. Let's see. Yeah, I have to play this other Chalice. Then I can snap the Monarch for 5 mana. Let's bounce this Monarch. Untap. Play a land. I am going to leave the blue open. Cast Vivisurge's Insight. And we can't cast the cards we drew. Unfortunate. I will pass the turn. Deep Analysis is a great draw. Forces through counterspells very well. And the Infectious Inquiry is okay, obviously. We want to probably save the Vivisurge's Insight to see if we can, like, force it through. I don't know. My opponent's going to recast their 5 power creature. Any terrors? Any terrors over there? I don't know. They draw a card. We'll start by Contentious Plan. Draw a card, hopefully. Poison. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, we're growing. We've got some lands. Let's Contentious Plan again. Put you to 5. Have an Experimental Augury. Just Infectious Inquiry first. See if they counterspell. They didn't counterspell. I'll go Deep Analysis on myself. Trying to find blue lands. There's a Skerry. Then I'll Experimental Augury. And I have a Pentad or Weather. I have a lot of mana in play, and I think it's better for me to have the Weather. You go to 7, and I have a bajillion mana, and I'll pass the turn. My opponent gets in for 5. So Barimba said that this idea was my idea because it came from my Familiars video, but then really that was a deck donation, so we got to bring it all back. That came from Brad, aka Lord Bradley MTG on Discord. That was a deck donation. So thank you, Brad. You're chaining off with everybody. I love it. Let's start with the... Gotta float the green, right? So let's go Infectious Inquiry. Put you to 8 poison. At some point, they have to start counterspelling things. They decided not to. I drew an Infectious Inquiry. That is sad. I will Deep Analysis myself. No, that could put me dead to... Let's Deep Analysis... No, it's fine. Deep Analysis, target me. I still have the green and the Weather. Double Bolt doesn't kill me. And if they double bolt, then I probably killed them. Another Weather the Storm. Deep Analysis again. Thirsting Roots. Okay. Let's cast Thirsting Roots. Proliferate. Target you. And then now I have enough to play 2 Vivisurge's Insights through counterspells. Sometimes counterspells don't matter if you have a billion mana in play. Put them to 10. We take down game 1. This deck is probably going to be bringing in counterspells and such. I think we can do the same thing where we're cutting the snaps, bringing in the bring the endings. Prologue is probably important. I wonder if we even want a Hydroblast. Maybe one Hydroblast over the Chalice. Is 4 serrated arrows too many? I don't know. They don't have that many threats. Well, how is our hand doing? This is probably fine. We'll keep. What are we soft to? Most things, I guess. They play a Ponder on turn 1. I like getting the serrated arrows out, but maybe 2 arrows in my hand is not good. Play the Hickory Woodlot and pass. Opponent plays an island. Let's play out the Saprazzan Skerry. Pass the turn. Opponent with a Dreams of Laguna. They are going for the Surveil one, draw a card again. And they keep their card. Plays a Volatile Fjord. I'll play a Peat Bog. I think I'm passing. It would be pretty bad if they played the Monarch here. I don't have any proliferation. That's what I'm hoping to draw, I guess. I can just jam Double Deep Analysis, but it's not amazing. They're passing. Nope, they're doing something. They cast a Ponder. I think I want to try to put the Chalice on the table. They ponder and keep. We'll cast Everflowing Chalice. Resolves. I wonder if I should have just gone for the Pentad Prism just to get it on the table. They play land. Plays Murmuring Mystic. Okay, that could definitely kill me. I need to draw Proliferation. Instead, we draw more prisms. I'll play a Pentad. And another Pentad. And an Infectious Inquiry. My best draw off the Infectious Inquiry is a Thirsting Roots, and we find it. Cast Thirsting Roots. Proliferate. Then I'll cast the Serrated Arrows. And just doink your Murmuring Mystic. Pass. Looks like they have a Lightning Bolt. No, they cycle in Ash Barrens. Phew. Plays a 6th land. They're spending 4 mana. Is this going to be a terror? Another Murmuring Mystic. That's very bad. Lord. So, okay. Bad news. I'll Arrows the Mystic. Then I'll try Deep Analysis targeting myself. If they use a counterspell, that would be, I think, okay, because then I can Vivisection's Insight and then cast another Arrows. We have another Thirsting Roots. I'll cast the Thirsting Roots. Proliferate. Let's get rid of those Mystics. They're going to counterspell. I will bring the ending on the counterspell. They do get 2 birds. But Thirsting Roots has been very solid in being a 1 mana play that proliferates and doesn't get Pyroblasted. That's super good. The problem is that you haven't been able to pair it with enough card draw, I think, for it to be okay. 3, 4, make a blue. Vivisection's Insight. We're proliferating. Their creatures are almost dead. I will draw a card with the Contentious plan. Proliferate. Their Murmuring Mystic was their main game plan here, casting 2 of them, and the Serrated Arrows is just destroying it. We draw another Pentad. That's absurd. Wow. And I'll just go ahead and play Proliferate again. I mean, Thirsting Roots feels real strong here. Nice Murmuring Mystics. That was a lot of mana you spent. Serrated Arrows, best removal spell confirmed. And then let's draw some cards. Infectious Inquiry. Wow, another Pentad. I think burning a Pentad to proliferate might be good here. So we have an embarrassment of riches. Contentious plan. Proliferate them to 8. What do we draw? Experimental Augury. Could we seal the deal right now? Experimental Augury. Anything except Vivisection's Insight would win. Another Augury. Amazing. Okay. And they had all the answers. We win the game anyway. I'll see you in round 4. All right, round 4 on the play. This is close, but not good enough. If we had a green Depletion Land, it would be good, probably. Let's mulligan. Whoa, there's a lot going on here. We'll keep. So we can just put back a Peat Bog. I just have a lot of card draw, and I love a lot of card draw. And I will put back the Peat Bog. Starting off with the Saprazzan Skerry. Let's see what my opponent's doing. I'm feeling like it's a blue deck. They have a Balance Avatar. Draws Forge Bridge. Play the Peat Bog out and pass. Next turn, I can play land and play Vivisection's Insight. They're on Affinity, it looks like. So I have a Chalice. I can just draw 3 here. Or I can go... I think I play the Chalice on 1. Then play the Woodlot. And I will pass. Next turn, if they refurbish Familiar Me, I discard the island. I can use this 5 mana to cast my Viviser's Insight and then play the Saprazzan Skerry, or play the Saprazzan Skerry first. They double refurb me, I have to discard the abandoned attachments, but we'll start with the island. Okay? I'll tap for 5 mana, play the Saprazzan Skerry and Viviser's Insight. Nice draw 3. And gaining mana. I currently have 10 mana in play. Your turn. My opponent casts a Thoughtcast for 2 mana. And another refurb. I'll get rid of the Hickory Woodlot, I don't need it. Snap I might be good later. We have a Pentad Prism. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll Deep Analysis myself. Holding a green. Okay. We'll play the Pentad Prism. Going black-green. Then I will Experimental Augury. We'll take the Prologue. Cast the Prologue to Phyresis. We have found Infectious Inquiry as well. 2, 3. Infectious Inquiry probably is worth it. Let's cast it. And I'll pass. I'm at 16. They have 4 power, putting me to 12. They can put me to 8 with a Galvanic Blast. I think I'll be okay. Next turn, I can start with the Thirsting Roots to proliferate and then cast Infectious Inquiry. They have another Refurbished Familiar. I guess I've been getting rid of the Snap here. As a Dimir Enforcer. They're getting in for 4. So the pressure is on. I go to 12. We need to chain off and win, or... Alright, they played a Krar Clan Shaman. I'll start with the Infectious Inquiry, leaving a green up so I can proliferate. We'll cast a Thirsting Roots to proliferate. You go to 4. And then I'm going to cast an Experimental Augury, trying to find another Pentad or a big draw spell. There's a Pentad. You go to 5. But we are getting close to running out of steam. Let's tap and play an Infectious Inquiry. Put you to 6. I mean, I'm dead if I don't get a Weather the Storm, or if I don't win this turn. So I need to weather or win. I will try and abandon attachments. Pitching the Peat Bog. We've seen a ton of cards. Opponent is taking very long pauses. Do they have a Metallic Rebuke? I don't understand. Discard the Peat Bog. We find a Snap. So let's go ahead and play the Pentad Prism. I'll cast a Proliferate. They go to 7. And then I will attempt to snap on the Dimir Enforcer, which would... Okay, they just let that happen. They've F6'd finally. I think I start by using Deep Analysis, target me. Go to 5 life. Still dead. Let's cast Abandon Attachments. Discard the Deep Analysis. Oh god. Another Pentad Prism. And then we're close to getting there, maybe. What is my opponent doing? They were F6 and now they're not. We have 2 proliferations right now. So any poison spell or a Weather Storm and I'd feel fine. They finally let my card resolve. I'll cast a Proliferate. We'll cast a Contentious Plan. They're at 9 poison. What do we get off the top? A Snap. I will attempt a Deep Analysis. And we found a Contentious Plan. What a Storm turn. Storm is 15. Okay. Don't know what the pauses were about, but we win the game. Let's see how deep the... Oh, we were really far away from a Weather the Storm. That got pretty wild. I really like the Serrated Arrows against Affinity. I'm going to bring those in. I don't think Snaps are very good. And it's possible that we want the Hydroblasts, but how many Pyros are they going to have? Probably a lot. It's fine. I'm just going to force through. I think I would rather have the mana. Okay, so I have an early poison, which I think is good. I'm going to keep... I don't have anything to proliferate, really. And they are representing a fast Refurbished Familiar, but now I have the Deep Analysis. I can't really Experimental Augury right away. They do have the turn to Refurbish Familiar. Mistvault Bridge. Let's go for Experimental Augury. Trying to find some more lands. Pentad Prism. Okay, I think I can take the land or the Pentad. That is a weird and difficult decision. Pentad is just so good. And we're probably going to draw more lands. Next turn I can go Experimental Augury. I'm taking the Pentad. Your turn. If I get hit by a negate, that would be bad. The rest is also bad, I guess. Maybe they will take the Prologue, though. Okay, so they correctly identified that the Pentad is something I really want. They get in for 2. Do they have a land? They do. That's really bad. Plays a Nile Spellbomb. They could crack it right now to get rid of my Deep Analysis, which they do. Goes back to 3 cards in hand. We're just going to rattle off this Infectious Inquiry. We draw a land, that's good. But the problem with this is a lack of colored sources, where the Pentad was pretty important for that plan. They play a land and a Mirror Enforcer. I'm under the gun. I'll try an Experimental Augury looking for a colored source. This is bad. Guess I just take the Swamp. I don't like that very much. But we have to try to make a land drop. Oh, interesting. I have the 4 mana to play my arrows now. They discard a land. I think I just... Well, I don't know if I want to kill the Refurbished Familiar when they have the Blood Fountain to get it back. Alright, we'll take it down. Saving on life is good. They're going to use a draw spell to kill their Refurbished Familiar. Best draw for me is some sort of proliferation. Probably have to just try to cast the Abandoned Attachments, discarding the other one. Another Refurbished Familiar, because, of course, guess I get rid of Abandoned Attachments. Plays a land, and an Ichor Wellspring. So I'm in the clear. Couldn't find any proliferation. I'll cast Infectious Inquiry. Draw cards. So bad here. I'll cast Abandoned Attachments. Discard the Woodlot. We'll put an arrow onto your Refurbished. Put it on the Mirror Enforcer, I guess. So next turn I can Pentad and maybe go off, kind of. But I don't know. They're getting in for 5. Galvanic Blast already kills me. This hand just didn't work out. We'll go to the next game. So Serrated Arrows or Snap. Snap just seems bad. So maybe I cut those and I bring in the Hydra, bring the endings. I think I need the snaps with my mana base being so poor. So let's resubmit. I have to mulligan this hand. It's not keepable. Okay, we have a keepable hand, kind of. I'll get rid of the snap here. Play out a Saprazzan Skerry and pass the turn. Any non-blue land, okay? Get a Peat Bog, I'll play it and pass. They play a Cryogen Relic. We draw a snap. I think I have the Deep Analysis. Oh my god, that's bad. Pass the turn. My mana is so poor. I feel like I should be playing Lotus Petals in this list. I think I should. Get rid of the Chalices, maybe. Go Spellbomb, Enforcer, blah, blah, blah. Alright. So the only hope that we have is going Pentad into a Pentad. Or I guess maybe the Everflowing Chalice is better, because it leaves me more mana if this works. As Experimental Augury. I'm dead to a Pyroblast. I'll just concede. Okay, we'll see you in round 5. Alrighty. Oh, interesting. My opponent says they're playing Ruby Storm. I'm playing Poison Storm, which is not going to go great for me. We do have a Weather. I guess I'm keeping. Land pass. They play a Sandstone Needle. I'm going to start with an Experimental Augury. We'll have to take the Hickory Woodlot and then pass the turn. They cast a Ren's Resolve. I'll go land and jam Infectious Inquiry. Pass the turn. They found double an Archomancer. They could definitely win here. I'm happy to see people playing the Ruby Storm deck. See how they do. Narcomancer plays a mountain. They've got a Seething Song. This is going to be probably pretty boring to commentate. Pirate's Pillage, discarding a land. So that's mana neutral. Discards a forest to another pillage. Big score again. Discarding a mountain. So if I were them, I would be trying to prioritize using Reckless Impulses. A Burning Curiosity. Lighting onto an Anarchomancer, finding double Ren's Resolve. Big score. Plays a Thornscape Familiar out. Big score again. This time it's mana positive. So they're not... You should be prioritizing playing cards from exile to put cards into exile so that you have cards to discard. Just big scoring cards in your hand is not card positive in your hand. If you cast a big score from the exile zone, it's like kind of casting Draw Spell. They Pirate's Pillage again. So they could have cast the first day of class to get a card to discard to the Pirate's Pillage. Okay, they just keep going. Seething Song, Glimpse, they find Morphos first day of class. I mean, like, I'm just going to concede so that they don't know what was going on. They definitely had it. I don't know. We have counterspells. Oh, I also have Moment's Peace. That could come in. Taking out the snaps. I don't think the Weather Storms are going to save my bacon. Because I built the deck to power through that. I need to raise so the prologues are good. Chalices are good. I think I'm just going to trim on some of the Abandoned Attachment stuff and resubmit. Although maybe the Abandoned Attachments is still good, because we can discard the Moment's Pieces. We're not going to be able to punk them with the Moment's Piece too many times, though. Oh well, I already submitted apparently. I probably have tons of air in my deck. No lands either. I think this deck could be a lot better if I played Lotus Petals. So my mana base has been atrocious. All right, this is fine. We're going to get rid of, Bring the Ending and the roots, I guess. Play land. Need one more land. Play land. I should have kept the Thirsting Roots. What was I doing? Thornscape. Okay. Let's go. Pentad Prism. 1/2. And an Everflowing Chalice. Pass. Opponent chooses to attack. I guess they probably brought in Pyroblast for my Hydroblast effects, so that actually might hose me. They Reckless Impulse. I'm going to attempt to counterspell. You play land. You find the Moment's Peace. Let's play Vivisurgent Insight. Okay. Not great. I can pass the turn. Opponent attacking 4/2. Another Thornscape, leaving up the blast effect. I'll play the Peat Bog. You have to pass. They get in for 4. Cast a Ren's Resolve. Finding a Mountain Needle. I'm so hosed. I'll try Experimental Augury. Oh, they didn't have anything. Okay, I'll take the island. Then I'll cast Prologue. My turn. Land. Let's cast Abandon Attachments. Discard the Moment's Peace. I'll pass a turn. They're going for it. Seething Song. I will counterspell a Pirate's Village. They discarded a Seething Song. They Seething Song in response. I mean, Big Score in response. Discarding a Seize the Storm. Then Pyroblast. Alright, let's just... I'll pause the recording and see if they kill me. I don't... Okay, they have First Aid Class, Seize the Storm. GG. We'll see you in the next... So let me go to my deck list and show you what I might build later. So in looking at the list, I felt like our mana was really bad, and adding 4 Lotus Petal here makes it much better. We didn't really need the abandoned attachments that much, so this package could be fine. And I still am not sure if you actually definitely need a 5th poison spell in the main deck, so that's how I made space. So I'll put this list in the description as well, and I will see you in the next video.